Hello and welcome to Bring Back Max Power, where we take a look at an edition of Max Power magazine in the run-up to the reunion show in July. So why are we doing this? Well, I've just sort of explained it there. We're counting down the days of Max Power in preparation for attending the reunion show at Staffordshire Showground in Stafford. So for this month going into February, we're going to be looking at the May 1999 edition of Max Power. This was one of the first editions of Max Power that I actually bought back when I was 15 or 16. So without much further ado, let's grab a brew and follow along as we try to bring back some Max Power nostalgia. So on the cover we have a Win Our Saxo with £60,000 Project Maxo could be yours. In the Max Motors we've got a VR6 VW Golf, a Nitrous CRX, an Escort Cabrio, Fiat Uno Turbo, R5 GT Turbo, Honda Prelude, Buggy 106, another 580 brake horsepower Skyline, a 603 brake horsepower Nissan 180 SX, a Viper striped Corsa and a Livia's Ka. We've also got Saucy Sarah meets the naughty Nissan, and we've also got hundreds of spanking maxed motors up for sale. And we start off with a double page advert for Fulda tyres. And there's a Ford Puma going round the corner. So next up we have our contents page. So we've got Project Maxo there. We've got a little Corsa, Golf, a Renault 5, an Escort Cabrio, CRX. Moving over, we've got a Cruise, Colchester Cruise. We've got Sarah. And we've got Speed Shop. And again, what we normally tend to do in Speed Shop is we choose 5 cars we would have bought back in the year of publication of this magazine. So, this is Project Maxi. It's hot, it's horny, and it could be yours. Why don't we have a look at the tech spec on this Saxo? So, it's a 1587cc 16 valve 4-cylinder. It's a Citroen Sport Challenge Cup CHP. Uprated engine mounts, challenge spec induction system. It's got a Devil exhaust system with polished back box. It's got factory 5-speed gearbox with Harman billet aluminium quick shift and Helix performance clutch. Suspension wise, it's on Bilstein Sport suspension with Terra springs, uprated torsion bar. Braking system is Alcan 4-pot calipers, 280mm discs front, EBC green stuff Kelver pads. I'm going to apologise as I'm reading this tech spec out. It's really black font and blue is not the best to read. So wheels and tyres are 17 by 17 inch Team Dynamics Motorsport wheels, finished in black chrome, with 215 45/17 Michelin Pilot tyres. Bodywork, it's got Citroen Sport F2K spec steel front wings, rear wings, bumpers and carbon fibre rear spoiler. It's got a Mersey-Speed carbon splitter, Charisma modified front bumper, with intake, Citroen Maxi, F2K vinyl graphics and plasma bulbs. Interior wise, it's stripped out with safety devices roll cage, Corboa Pro Race Kelver group seats, Kobia subframes, TRS 4-point harnesses, leather Nardi, Torino steering wheel, snap-off steering wheel, that is as well. Ice wise, it's got, oh, now this is a hard one. bear with me. It's got a Nakamichi M800 6-disc in-dash head unit, 3x10 JBL 10WO subs powered by Phoenix Gold. Phoenix Gold QX4150 4-channel amp, JL Audio VR600, CS indoors with tweeters and footwells, JL Audio 600 CX and rear, Neon's Phoenix Gold bass cube. Performance wise, this has 150 brake horsepower, max speed about 120 and 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. That was probably the hardest tech spec list I've read out on the Bring Back Max Power series, just due to the colour. I was feeling smug, feeling good, when, oh crap, what's that smell? And there's the ice there. So next up we have an advert for Mobile One Oil, peak performance. Advert for Ben Sherman shoewear. And we're still with Project Maxi. And then we have a double page spread for Heat Magazine, the new weekly entertainment magazine. Do Heat magazines still exist? Well, if they do, they must have come out in 1999. It's our cruise report, and this time we're in Colchester. So let's see how Colchester fares. So motors, it scored 7, burnouts, it scored 4, rozzers, it scored 8, bums, it scored 3, and birds, 3. And it doesn't even go into the top cruises in. Sorry, Colchester didn't make the top 10 of the cruises. So we've got ourselves here a Escort Combi van, which is basically based on the Escort 3-door estate, if I mind right. And there's a burnout on a Renault 19. Now this is the On the Pool section where Max Power interviews some ladies from the cruise. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, this was the culture back in the day in the modified car scene, where Max Power would go around interviewing ladies about if they preferred pink or brown. It's an old culture. It's probably wouldn't be tolerated nowadays. So we've got Teresa here. And we have Alison, Sally, Nadine, and Marie. Next up we have a double page advert for Swan lightweight papers. Swan being the matches people and the sort of fag paper people, I would guess. And we start off with our main feature car after Project Maxo, is this little Vauxhall Corsa. And this is a little Vauxhall Corsa from Edinburgh. So let's have a look at the tech spec on this one. This one's a lot easier to read. So this is an 1198cc 4-cylinder, 8-valve Spitfire plugs, Pickle big bore 4 exhaust. Transmission is a factory 5-speed manual. Suspension is on SPAC springs and shocks. It's lowered 40mm all round. Brakes are standard, wheels and tyres. And it's a favourite of the Maxers at the time, TSW Venoms. On 15-inch Venoms, so it's on 195/50/15 tyres, Yokohama's A520s. Bodywork, it's got Steinmetz lower lip, spoiler, front grille, side skirts and rear bumper, homemade front splitter, headlight eyebrows, Ermisher roof spoiler, and tinted side repeaters, bee sting aerial, full red respray with homemade Viper stripes. Interior wise, it's got SWM steering wheel, carbon fibre dash and heater surrounds, Cobra harness pads. Ice wise, it's got Sony XTC CR200 RDS head unit. Security, he lives in Scotland. Performance wise is 50 brake horsepower, max speed about 105, 0 to 60 in about a fortnight, or seriously about 10 seconds. I went a bit Blue Peter with the splitter. And this was, I don't know if I've said it, but this was from Edinburgh. So it's actually parked on George Street in Edinburgh. It's very familiar to Scottish car enthusiasts and Trains TV, as it's our hometown. So we've got 42 Miami-based hip-hop and booty anthems, also available on video. Then we have some Oz Racing, driving the world's fastest cars. So you've got Oz Volcanoes, Verve Super T's, Saturn, and then we move on to Planet Max. High octane news and views from the world of Max motoring. Then we have the editor and staff and maximum birdage, nuts and bolts. So 1 in 3 hot hatches bought in 1998 was either the Citroen Saxo VTR or a VTS. The driving test gets tougher from May the 4th. Some great driving roads. So what have we got in great driving roads? So we've got Lincolnshire is the B1397, Dowsby to Gosberton. In Cumbria we have Burton Tops, Kirkby Lonsdale to Burton and Kendal. Kent we've got the A21, Lamberhurst to Hosmerdon. Keswick, again in Cumbria, is Keswick to Cockermouth. Yes, been on that road. And Cornwall, we've got the Trispen Bypass, Carlin Cross to Truro. Then we've got Shunt of the Month, with this little polo. And Let's Go Racing with Matt Neal. Is that Matt Neal? think it is Matt Neal. And there's Olivia there, another young lady. Shed of the month. It's a Marina, I think, a Marina Cabrio. And here's how you could win this Citroen Saxo. So, we're going to end the video here. This is the end of part 1 of looking at the May 1999 edition of Max Power magazine. We'll be back in a couple of days' time with part 2 of the Bring Back Max Power series. If you've enjoyed this rather shambolic part 1, then why not consider subscribing to the channel by liking the video, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications for when the next edition of Bring Back Max Power will be out, or any other video in that case as well, where we could be car tinkering, we could be at a car meet, we could be reviewing a car. We just don't know. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in a future video. And I'll just give you a little sneak peek of the Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV kitten. There she is. What's she up to?